next, we have a wonderful fireside chat for you, and this is brought to you with Green Good Ecotech. Technology is ever evolving in this industry, and the topic of our next panel is Serve It Better, transforming food to go through packaging and technology. Our panelists for this session are Chef Jayan Nambiar, Chef New Product Development at Classic Catering, and Chef Jackie Monsa Balel, Chief Executive Chef at White Lane Recreational Playground. And to moderate the session, we have Amish Choksey, General Manager at Green Good Ecotech. Please welcome our three panelists to the stage. I know they're stuck at the back there. Gentlemen, if you'd like to come up, let's give them a nice warm welcome this afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. I think that was a very interesting session, understanding about how the brands look at things. And here we are talking about technology and packaging. How does that affect the business? So I have Chef Jen and Chef Jackie, who one is an experience in using the technology, and the other one is at the back of the house operating with technology. So I would like to ask some questions which would help us understand how the technology can help in improving our business. So you both have had extensive but different experiences within the food service industry. With the advancement in technology, both in the front and the back of the house, what changes have you seen and how has modern equipment benefited you? Maybe if you can start with Chef Jackie first.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to sit in front of you and answer these questions. Technology has been introduced in the food industry quite a long time ago, but I would say the technology has improved quite a bit in these recent years. You know, when we have climate control equipments being introduced in our kitchen, where we can, customize a microclimate for our food so that it can stay warm and it can stay as per the consistency which is required by the guest, so that we can deliver our food in a very, a decent way. To be honest, that's how it has been evolved in the near future as well. We have so many equipments, so many different brands which is into the market who have introduced climate control food processing equipments, but now we are dealing with FFCC, which is one of the most sophisticated equipment which we are using at the moment in our restaurant, where individual food items are taken care of when it comes to their consistency and quality. It's not like a stereotype equipment where there is a heating element which is placed in the bottom of the equipment, but then it has got heat waves which helps the food to remain fresh quite a bit for approximately somewhere around like 4 hours. That's how the equipment works, and which has helped us a lot to deliver the food in a timely manner.
Yes, Chef Jain.
Good afternoon, everybody. The way it has helped us with the new technology that has come in is it has helped us run the kitchen in a lot more efficient manner. We know exactly when the rush hours happen, so we are prepared for it, and we are not struggling with the team members. The staff works in a much more controlled atmosphere, in a controlled environment where they are able to produce goods of a better standard, and with the products being able to be kept in the hot holding for a longer time, we are able to produce in advance and thereby avoid last-minute cancellations or rush within the production unit. The quality is much better, the service is much better. On both aspects, we are able to give an overall customer experience which is much better.
So I think the customer is very demanding these days, and obviously every time customer orders something, they want instant solutions, correct? And I guess that's something which the technology has enabled us to take it further, to give them quick service. Is that something that you've experienced?
Yes, definitely. I mean, with Flexa, what we have, and the equipments that has been coming to the market in the last few years, what we have is replicate what has been done in the cold grab and go. So we have been able to do the hot grab and go, which has quite innovative, and the waiting time for the customer is reduced, very considerably reduced. And due to that, the turnaround, the turnover has also increased and also helps us to reduce wastage.
So, Chef Jackie, for you, a lot of kids come at your fun park or adventure park for kids.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
how
I
do you
mean,
manage that?
I've got like more than like 300 to 400 kids every day in the morning from the schools coming down and having their meals and enjoying the entertainment area. So it becomes quite challenging for me when the kids actually demand stuff, because nowadays the kids they want everything in one platter. So it becomes a challenge for us. So FlexiServe comes to save us during difficult times, where we have that equipment and we can store our food, keep it warm for 4 hours, more than 4 hours to be honest, but then, yeah, keep it warm for considerable amount of time and we can serve it directly to our children.
So, from the technology point of view, did the FlexiServe hot holding unit provide you with the right experience for your customer when you serve the food to them? What was your experience with that like?
What we have realized is with FlexiServe, the food retains its quality. Okay. The eating properties are a lot better than some of the previous products that we were using. The food is crisp on the outside, certain food that needs to be crisp on the outside and soft on the inside, or where the moisture is important to make sure that the food, like a soup or a porridge, it retains those properties that is required, and nobody would make a difference in terms of whether it has been prepared an hour in advance or it has been freshly prepared. The eating qualities are a lot better, and we are able to satisfy the customer needs in a better manner.
So at Green Good, one of our main products we supply is sustainable packaging solution. From your experience, how important is packaging in maintaining food quality and freshness? And what improvement have you seen over time?
According to me, as the legendary chef Thomas Keller had told once, that it's all about time and temperature. So if you're able to manage your time, if you're able to maintain your temperature, I think the quality of the food can always be of that top-notch level where it is easily consumable for the guest. So the right packaging for our food items is very, very important, and Green Good has always come in very, very handy for us, especially when it comes down to sustainable packaging. We are using a lot of Green Good products, including ready lunch boxes, soup containers, sandwich wraps, and stuff like that. So it helps us a lot to preserve the temperature of the product. At the same time, the softness of the bread, when we are serving burgers, the French fries, when we are serving it in a special container, helps us to deliver our guest the professional or the quality which they desire for.
Okay. Chef Jain, what about you?
In terms of the visual appearance of the product itself, I mean, when you have hot food being held, you always end up with frosting or water droplets at the top. With the right packaging that we get from Green Good, we have realized that doesn't happen. The customer is able to see the food products that is displayed in a very clear manner, so there is no deception, or he doesn't feel that he has been deceived in some manner. So that kind of helps. And also when you're talking about certain foods, like I mentioned earlier, crisp foods stay crisp for longer, and the eating properties are better. So packaging does play a very important.
So, Chef Jackie, for you, have you seen any improvement in terms of reduction of waste, or help you in saving some manpower? I mean, to say, while using the solution, this technology?
Yeah, I'll take you back where we didn't had FlexiServe with us. When we didn't had FlexiServe, we still had the kids coming and playing around with us. We were using a normal hot holding, which didn't serve the purpose. The quality of the French fries or the consistency of the nuggets were deteriorating, in due course of time after cooking. The only option which we had was to look for another option, and then we got FlexiServe. And since the time we've got FlexiServe, I think we are doing a fantastic job. There have been no complaints. The food is, getting dispatched in a proper way. And the only thing is that, I'm using a 2-tier FlexiServe, and I wish to have a bigger one. And at the moment, I'm managing with that 2-tier one. But then probably in the near future, we are planning to buy another bigger one.
Okay.
In terms of, we operate a much bigger kitchen, and so what we have realized there is the staff is much more relaxed. The stress level in the kitchen is a lot less, or I would say almost negligible. And also we are able to, how do I say it? The customer turnaround is much quicker. So overall, it's a calm and peaceful service and preparation going on with service.
Did you experience reduction in wastage? I mean, say, because at the core of what we are trying to do is the technology helps in serving the food at the right temperature, but at the same time, did it help you reduce wastage within your business?
Yeah, I mean, before we used to cook the food and keep it, and if it doesn't turn out to be of the right quality, we had to dispose it off, I mean, the only option, which we had is to make sure that we cook the food as soon as possible. The guest is, when the guest is waiting for the food and we are cooking the food a la minute, which is not the right option for us, We have to prepare the food and keep it in advance to cater so many people at one given time. So at that given, if you consider the previous thing, the thing which happened with us before and now, I think we have reduced our wastage to quite a considerable amount. So thanks to FFCC.
In our kitchen, we have reduced our wastage by almost 40%, 50%, because we are able to keep the food in the right temperature for a longer time. This has brought a difference in our bottom line as well. So yes, it has helped us.
One more question which I have is did this solution help you add on a different variety of food options to your customer, give them more options? Were you able to do that with the help of this solution?
Recently, not recently, I would say 1 month ago, we tried putting a pizza inside our FFCC. And it turned out to be very good. And the pizza stayed there for almost 3.5 hours, which was a nice margarita, a Neapolitan crust, which was absolutely fabulous. The crust was nice and crispy. The pizza was not too hard. The cheese was nice and shiny and glossy. So I think it saved us. So I don't think so that we need any other option. We have whatever we have. We are happy with it. And we have used it for pizza. We have used it for pasta as well. The pasta does not get that dry as compared to other hot holding equipments. So yeah, pretty much it's good.
We have brought about a lot of varieties with our breakfast offerings that are there. We have introduced quiches, we have introduced croissants with egg stuffing, which we could prepare in advance rather than having to make it a la minute when the customer orders. So yes, in that respect, we have been able to increase our offerings.
Okay. Well, I think the solutions lots of solutions available with technology, and I think this one with air circulation gives you a lot of options, and it just maintains the temperature within the compartment or the zone, and doesn't give you or gives you a lot of opportunity to offer a lot of solutions to customers.
The good thing is that the tires are customizable. You can adjust the temperature of the top tire or the bottom tire, whichever tire you want, and you can keep your stuff. Like for an example, if you are keeping something which needs to be very, very crispy, like French fries or something like that, you can adjust the temperature and put it high. And if you want to keep something like a bread or something like that, if you want it to be fluffy, you can keep it a little low, something like that, it helps, it solves the purpose for us.
When we look at the equipment as such, we are able to customize to the need of the hour. So if we don't want a particular zone that not to be turned on, we can turn it off and then save on electricity. And also the beauty of the product is that they can all be controlled by the hub. So even if you have 4 or 5 of these equipments together, you can control. It just needs one person to control it, and it's beautifully done.
So, Chef Jen, you've used the hub unit, which has a larger usability at the back of the house. And Chef Jackie, you have used something which is front of the house. So for the back of the house, how do you feel that, what was the difference you experienced while the food is prepared and then waiting for a customer or a driver to come to collect? What was your experience with that solution? Yeah.
With the delivery services that are happening and the requirement for a quicker turnaround, we are able to prepare food in advance. When I say in advance, not in the morning for the afternoon delivery, but we know that at 12 o'clock, the lunch deliveries will start. And with that in mind, we are able to customize. We know generally in terms of what the orders will be, and what the combinations could be. And based on that, we are able to pre-pack certain meal components and then have them ready. And then when the order comes in, we are just able to assemble it, and then the turnaround time is much quicker. The stress levels in the kitchen is considerably low, so there is no last-minute rush. We know that we have an equipment that will help us sustain the life of the product for a much longer time, and all of that, it makes the operation a lot smoother.
Thank you very much. I think this is something very interesting, and if anyone wants to know more about it, then there is an option for you to come and visit us at a stand here to give you more information about how a hot holding unit and how Grab and Go is transforming with hot food grab and go solutions coming up. So thank you very much.